Welcome to the Guarneri podcast. This is episode 5151. So, got a question for you. What do you think of when I say the word yoga? Well, for me, I think of people in a studio, an exercise studio, in their little yoga outfits with their little yoga mats, doing wall strange stretches and stuff, doing the best imitation of my dog's stretching. And I always thought it was a form of meditative exercise. So that's what I thought yoga was, and I have a feeling most people think the same or have similar words just to describe it as I just used. But in my esoteric studies, I've learned that yoga is all but required in this esoteric process. And I kind of freaked out about that because I'm so interested in it. And I think there's really some mental health breakthroughs possibly in there. But I am in absolutely no condition now or probably for the foreseeable future to do any yoga. For you listening, as opposed to watching on YouTube, I just did my air quotes. There's just no way I can do that stretching and that bending and whatever with my back. So I'm disappointed. I'm gonna have a bottleneck with my esoteric studies. But I started to read a couple of the yoga books that are required, and I was relieved to find out that what I thought yoga was is actually just a small piece of actual yoga. Who knew? I certainly didn't. So, in reality, there's 8 components that make up yoga. I'll run through the list. There's yama, and hope I don't butcher these names. Niyana, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, pratyahara, um, dharna, dhyana, and samadhi. That was a mouthful. The one I mentioned called asana, that's the actual yoga that I've always thought and known, the meditative stretching and exercise and whatnot. That's asana. And the little pieces I read about it, it didn't seem actually all that important to yoga. It was more about finding the right posture or I guess pose for lack of whatever way of putting it that you can be comfortably in and meditate because part of yoga is a lot of meditating and self-reflecting. So to say I was relieved uh, would be an understatement. So guess what? I can do yoga, I guess, and continue on with my esoteric studies, looking for valuable information and insights that we can use to combat anxiety and other mental health issues. So for the next, I guess, maybe unless something comes up for the next 8 days, I'll tackle one of these 8 areas of yoga and we'll see what we can learn. That'll be an interesting exercise. So, as I mentioned yesterday, my book and my book cover is due to my publisher on Monday. So, it's a very good time for me to self promote my upcoming book, Anxiety Alchemy. Excuse me. How to improve your mental health with ancient wisdom. It is an actual physical book with real pages you can turn and actually hold in your hand. I will be selling the book for cost, not making any money on it. So it's probably going to My guess is gonna be less than $10, perhaps, much less than $10. I'm not exactly sure. The publisher has to, go out to the printer and work that all out. But I certainly don't want you to miss this book 'cause I'm really excited about Anxiety Alchemy. I think it's a great platform, or it's gonna be a great strategy to fight some of those long-term anxiety issues, the ones that keep coming up. And best of all, you can target it on specific anxieties. You don't have to be treating some general thing and hope that it helps your specific problem. So I think it's going to be really cool. So please head over to MikeGuarneri.com. The link is in the description and sign up for my email list. That is the way that you will find out about what's going on with the book, any updates and whatnot. That's the way you'll be received the link when it goes live on April 17th to purchase the book at cost. And I really think this is something, if you suffer from anxiety like I do and get so far with medications and talk therapy and need something extra to get all the way there, you want to read my book. It's a guidebook to get you the extra distance by targeting specific anxiety issues. So once again, that was MikeGuarneri.com. The link is in the description. Sign up for the newsletter. So that's it for today. Until tomorrow, stay well.